Good evening. My name is Celie Niehaus, and I'm the president of the Board of Trustees for National History Day. And I'm probably not the first, and I won't be the last, but Happy History Day! I want to begin this evening's ceremony by making sure you're aware that Governor Wes Moore of Maryland wanted to recognize us. And so, Kathy, if you could come up here, I'll read the proclamation from the Governor of the State of Maryland, History Day, June 8th, 2025. Whereas understanding the past is crucial to understanding our present and improving the future. And whereas, since 1974, National History Day has honored efforts to improve the teaching and learning of history across the United States, engaging thousands of teachers and millions of students. And whereas, the work of National History Day nonprofit and the commitment of students and teachers to studying history merits recognition. And the National History Day contest will bring approximately 3,000 students to the University of Maryland College Park campus this week to present historical research and demonstrate the value of history and humanities education. And 540 volunteers will give their time to evaluate the historical accuracy and creativity of these student projects. Signed, Governor Wes Moore. Wow. Sorry that we're inside. Not sorry for you, because you got in. But sorry for those who didn't make it in, but they can watch this. You might want to text them if they don't know. The NHD app, which you all have downloaded to your phones, and our YouTube channel. So it'll be out there later. You can rewatch it all you want. I want to take a moment to thank everyone, and there's a lot of people to thank. I want to recognize as many people possible without keeping you from the main speakers of the evening. First, to the NHD National Office and staff, led by Dr. Kathy Gorn. I always say they are a small but mighty team. To the contest volunteers, we heard there's 540 of you, so thank you so much for giving your time. To the Board of Trustees, of which I am a member, we have many on the stage here, and you'll see them throughout the week and at the closing ceremony as well. To the affiliate and state coordinators, wow, without you, a lot of these students wouldn't be here. To the teachers, we know the students wouldn't be here without you. And I want to give a shout out to the school administrators for those of you who made this trip too. They're important as well. To the parents and families of all the students, because we know that you've been supporting them from the very beginning and you're a big part of how their topic is chosen. You are part of the approval process. So thanks to the parents and families. And most of all, thank you, students. You know, a couple of months ago, I wasn't sure we were all going to be here. We had a situation where we received some unexpected news and we didn't get some funding. Fortunately, we embraced that fear and asked for help, and many people responded and made donations, and so we have full representation of all of our affiliates and states this year, and I want to make sure we give a big thank you to everyone who financially supports us. You know, that the fear was real for us, and there seems to be a ton of fear around us and all across the world these days. Sometimes it seems like that's all people are talking about, and I get it. I think about it too. Since I retired last year, and I have some fears I didn't have before retiring, but I also don't have some of those fears that I had when I had a career, and that's pretty sweet. But as I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you this year, fear kept creeping into my mind, so I decided to think about fear differently. I remember when I was your age, and I'm talking to the students here, that fear wasn't something that filled my mind. When I was your age, social media wasn't around. We got our news sometimes just a few times a day, in the morning with the newspaper that showed up on our front porch, and then in the evening through TV and radio. And then we pretty much just went about our business. We weren't that connected. And I look back now, and that was pretty nice. As I got older and had more experiences, fear became more prevalent. It's just how life goes. It seems the more I learned, the more I realized there were risks, and with risks comes fear, and it's a bit of a vicious cycle. But there's two fears that I want to talk to you about tonight, and I want you to embrace and nurture them. The first one is the fear of mediocrity. That fear in particular has motivated me my entire life and proven to be a consistent advantage at every turn. I wasn't someone who did things halfway. If I wasn't striving for excellence, then why the heck was I doing it? I may not have won every time, but the feeling of giving everything I had and doing the best that I could was rewarding. And by the sheer fact that you are here at the national contest, you have embraced the fear of mediocrity. You worked hard, kept researching, kept improving, and you won a place at the national contest. You have this experience to build upon to prove that you have a healthy and successful fear of mediocrity. The other fear I encourage you to embrace is the fear of regret. There is nothing worse than asking yourself the question, what if? The fear of regret does not mean that you will always be successful, but you will learn from going through and for it, regardless of the outcome. You also have this experience to draw upon because you're here. You made the choice to participate in this amazing program. You made the choice to compete against others and support your position with facts, analysis, and critical thinking. You don't have to ask yourself what if, because you embrace the fear of regret, and your accomplishment of being here is your proof. Keep this experience and the skills you've learned, collaborating, fact-finding, defending your premise, speaking publicly, thinking critically, and embrace the fear of mediocrity and regret to make your own history. You will be amazed at what you can achieve. Thank you, and have a wonderful contest. And now the person you really want to hear from, Dr. Kathy Gorn.
Happy History Day, everybody! Come on now! I said Happy History Day, everybody! Kind of started out as a little bummer with that rain because it's never allowed to rain on the parade of National History Day. So we're still here, we are still doing it, and we are still going to have some fun. So we're going to start out with this. Look at your seats. Not under them. And no, this is not Oprah. Right? We're bigger than Oprah. Look at your seats. There is one seat in here that is not the same as all the rest. Who's got it? Stand up. Oh, no. Come on. Let me give you a hint. It's the gray one. Yes. Gray. Texas it is. Keep standing. Now, I have no idea why there's one gray, but we've got a gray sweatshirt for National History, and it says, history never gets old. Catch! stronger than I thought. Sorry about that. Well, history never gets old. Some of you may recognize that statement because it was in the CBS Sunday Morning Show that they did in last year's contest, and that was the end of the program. So this year, if you haven't already, go make sure you get your merchandise because we do have sweatshirts and T-shirts that say history never gets old. Very cool. All right, are we ready to see who's here? Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta get my props. All righty, to help us see who's here, shout it out. So we've got our interns for this year. Every year, you know, we've got our interns that are past History Day participants. They're alums now, and they are now in college and come back to give back. So please welcome Jocelyn from Utah. Take your spot. And it's Ellen from Wisconsin. And back by popular demand, History Day is like the Hotel California. You can never leave us. It's Max and Macy. All right, my friends, are you ready? Jocelyn, ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't hear that.
I'm ready.
Get closer.
How about now?
Okay.
Okay.
Max, you ready?
Affirmative.
Ellen?
Yeah. Aren't you happy to be here?
I'm so happy to be here. Sorry, guys. I am really happy to be here, yes.
Okay, we try it again. Ellen, you ready?
Yes.
All righty. Macy?
Oh, yeah.
All righty then. Let's see who is here, okay? We're going to do the roll call, so make sure you cheer nice and loud for your affiliate when you hear it.
All right, only you can stop forest fires. Smokey the Bear was a real bear from New Mexico!
Home to the Kool-Aid Man and the world's largest hand-planted forest. Hello, Nebraska!
Home of the U.S. Olympic Training Center and source of root beer floats. Thank you, Colorado.
Home to lasagna-loving Garfield and 6 vice presidents, we've got Indiana.
All right, bet you didn't know that there are more chickens than people who live in this state, and 2/3 of Fortune 500 companies are headquartered there, and it's Delaware.
With 6 national parks, including Mount Rushmore, it's no wonder the state's slogan is Great Faces, Great Places. Give it up for South Dakota!
With a holiday called Exploding Whale Day. Greetings, Oregon!
This state gave us the Gold Rush, the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Welcome, California.
Land of 10,000 lakes and the biggest mall in America. Give it up for Minnesota.
Coming in hot, we've got the home of the Carolina Reaper chili pepper. Welcome, South Carolina.
Home to the Cubs and the Bears! Let 'em roar out for Illinois!
Land of delicious fry sauce, it's my home state, Utah!
With the only national park south of the equator, give a warm welcome to American Samoa.
Follow the yellow Brick Road, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Roll Tide with the longest constitution of the states, it's Alabama.
Iconic movies including The Avengers, The Hunger Games, and Forrest Gump were all filmed here. Hey, Georgia!
It's a great state.
Home to the most visited museums and historic sites in the U.S. Hello, Washington, D.C.
Shining bright like a diamond, we have Arkansas.
Home to Rory Gilmore from the Gilmore Girls. Let's go, Connecticut!
This state brought us Colonel Sanders and his world-famous chicken. Thank you, Kentucky.
With jazz and Mardi Gras, it's always a party with Louisiana.
Future birthplace of Star Trek's Captain Kirk. Live long and prosper, Iowa.
Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, and Patriots, they knock sports out of the park. Massachusetts! Another great state.
Welcome to our NHD Ohana. From somewhere over the rainbow is Hawaii.
Twice the size of Texas and home to 8 national parks. Hello, Alaska.
To eat lobster with the mobsters and be the first to see the new day. Give it up for Maine!
Home to potato ice cream. Yes, it's real. Idaho!
Welcome to the birthplace of Cheez-Its. Hello there and thank you, Ohio!
He said Cheez-Its, by the way.
Yeah.
If you're thirsty and you drink from a bubbler, or you're tired and you get a bubbler, I know I found a fellow Wisconsinite. Yes, yes, yes.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not their NHD team. Hey there, Nevada.
Home to a 9-year-old chess grandmaster and nicknamed the Island of Warriors. Welcome, Guam!
They've got a big reputation. Birthplace of Taylor Swift, origin of Wawa. We've got Pennsylvania!
Where jousting and lacrosse are the official state sports. On guard, Maryland!
Definitely the most fun state to spell. We've got Mississippi, Mississippi!
Their official state dish is chili. They won't forget the Alamo, and everything's bigger here. Let's give it up for Texas.
Where the
Don't hurt
first
yourselves. Don't hurt
airplane
yourselves.
lifted off. They just touched down. It's North Carolina.
Birthplace of actor Danny DeVito and astronaut Buzz Aldrin. It's New Jersey!
The first to declare independence from England and the first public library in America. Thank you, New Hampshire!
Jolene, 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 Jolene!
Okay. That was good.
Welcome from Dolly's homeland, Tennessee.
Well done. Well done.
I'm here to commit.
Can you do the whole song?
No.
No, okay. NHD is for history buffs. Let me change that. NHD is for historians. Yeah, okay. And this state is for lovers. They have the only oyster museum in the world. Welcome, Virginia. Woo!
If you're from here, you're my idol. Their K-pop stars are world famous. Welcome, Korea! Yeah!
Truly a drink for the people. We have them to thank for 99-cent tea. It's Arizona.
Nicknamed the Sooner State and where the first Girl Scout cookie was sold in 1917. It's Oklahoma.
早上好，中国！今天我要吃冰淇淋。Hello, China!
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Here's where the rolling film camera came from. Lights, camera, action, North Dakota.
Nicknamed the Wolverine State and shaped like a mitten, give a hand to Michigan.
A warm welcome to the flattest state, where the Panthers are competing for the Stanley Cup. Hello, Florida!
Oh, that's me. Home to the largest snowflake ever found and more cows than people. Welcome, Montana. I got lost reading the fact.
If you love pickleball, give thanks to the only state named after a president. Hello, Washington.
Home to one of the largest outdoor pools in the world, and here to make a splash, Wyoming! Where's Wyoming?
This is the smallest state with the longest official name and highest donut shop to people ratio. Hello, Rhode Island!
This state's residents speak over 800 languages. Bonjour, Guten Tag, and Hola to New York!
We have Thailand,
Malaysia,
the Philippines,
Singapore,
India,
Hong Kong,
Turkey,
and Indonesia.
Give a warm welcome to NHD International.
The leading producer of maple syrup in the United States and home of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, we have Vermont.
Last but never least, Chapel Roan might be the best thing since sliced bread, and both are from Missouri.
All right, let's give it up. You thought we were going to go in alpha order, didn't you? Ah, tricked you. Let's give it up for our interns and our alums. Give us a happy history day.
Yes. What?
Happy history day.
Happy History Day.
No.
I'm sorry.
A very happy History Day, everyone.
I know, but we can do it together.
Okay.
You do it, and then I'll do it in my language.
Okay. 祝你历史日快乐. Yeah? Okay. So.
Sretan dan povesti. Check social media because we've been capturing all the different languages at History Day and asking people to say History Day in your own language, and so it's kind of cool. So if you've got one that we haven't grabbed, then we want to hear from you. So put something on social media and check out the NHD Facebook and Instagram. Do we have something else? Is that it? That's it. All right, thank you guys. let me turn this off. I don't have to. All right. Can you hear me? Nope. There we go. I am really, really excited to introduce the first of our two speakers. What we always like to do is have one alum come and speak about his or her experience and what they've been doing since they did History Day and how History Day informed their lives as adults. This year we've got two, so I'm really excited. So our first speaker is Sam Wilmont. And Sam is a musical theater composer and lyricist. His projects include Bangra Nation, Yo Vikings, Wake Up Daisy, and the Emmy-nominated documentary Song of Parkland. He has written over 200 songs for the Korean English Language Training Program, English Egg, and taught at Harvard University and Lincoln Center's Songwriting in Schools program. Sam is the recipient of the Kleban Prize, the Fred Ebb Award, the Richard Rogers Award, the ASCAP Foundation Cole Porter and Harold Adamson Awards, and a Jonathan Larson Grant. But his greatest pride of all is his gold medal from National History Day, junior individual performance in 1999. Please welcome Sam Wilmont.
Hello, History Day! Wow! Can you believe it? We made it! National History Day! We would not be here today if not for the shared efforts of every single person in this incredible kaleidoscope of a crowd, both in this room and out there on the internet. Thank you, we feel your energy. So, i.e., we would not be here today if not for teachers. Thank you for unfurling the world in front of us, for helping us achieve dreams we never imagined on our own, like getting to National History Day. My own teacher, Miss Shanus, is here today. Teachers, if you are able, please stand up or wave your hands so we know how to see you. Where are you, teachers? Woo! Yeah! Teachers! Yes! We would not be here today if not for our family, friends, and community. If you have helped support, encourage, transport, edit, embolden, or especially love a student here today, then please stand up or wave your hands. Where are you? Woo! Yes! Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes! We would not be here today if not for our incredible donors who rescued us all from the brink of disaster this year. If you donated anything from 1 cent to infinity dollars, please stand up and put your hands up so the people can see you and so we can cheer for you. Anyone here? Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, donors. Never in 51 years has this been so true. We would not be here today if it were not for Team National History Day, the indomitable Kathy Warren and Kim Fortney, the leadership, staff, volunteers, an extended family of National History Day and the University of Maryland. You have tirelessly battled unrelenting headwinds for us to be here today and prevailed. And we are so grateful. Please, if you are able, stand up or wave your hands. Team National History Day. Let's hear it for them. History Day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I don't think I'm forgetting anybody, so I hope you all have a happy... Just kidding, where are the students? Where are the students? Yeah, stand up, students. Woo! Yeah! Yes! Congratulations! National History Day, you are here. Okay, sit down, everyone. I'm going to talk more. Students, we would not be here today if not for you, your work, your determination, your brilliance. All of the people I just thanked are here because we are inspired by you. We cannot wait to see what you will bestow upon us this week. It's actually very trippy for me to keep saying we as in the grown-ups because I was seated right where you are in, prepare yourselves, the 1900s. 1999 to be exact, 26 years ago. That is so long ago that you all could have done your own History Day projects on me doing my History Day project. My project was called Galileo's Search for Truth, Impact, Influence, Change. My teacher was Mrs. Jamgoshen. My mom was in the audience, and she still is. Hi, Mom, I love you. But I'm not gonna make her stand up. When I was sitting where you're sitting, my mind raced with essential questions like, where are the Wyoming pins? Will my presentation come in under 10 minutes? Because it's usually 9:52, and that is tight. I was thinking about the thrill of the week ahead. I was definitely not thinking about the next 26 years. But what I now know is that History Day is actually all about building the future. Sounds paradoxical, no? Especially considering my own future. I did not become a Galileologist or even a proper historian. I write musicals. Well, let me tell you a little something about one of them there musicals. A few years ago, 2 playwrights asked me to write a musical with them about Bhangra. Bhangra is a traditional folk dance from India that college kids in the US do in competitive teams. It's something, Bhangra? Yeah, come find me afterwards. It's something I didn't know anything about, so I learned new music and dance styles. I listened to tons of recordings, I watched hours of videos, I went to Bhangra competitions. Wait, hold on. This is how I normally tell this story. But today, I'm at National History Day. I'm with my people. So finally, I can actually say how I really experienced this. Okay, back up. A few years ago, 2 playwrights asked me to do a group project about Bhangra. Bhangra is a traditional folk dance from India rooted in history that college kids in the US do in competitive teams at regional, state, and national levels of competition. I researched a topic that was totally new to me. I scoured secondary sources, like recordings and videos, to learn about musical and dance styles like Kathak, Ghazal, and Bollywood. I reached out to primary sources, like world-renowned choreographer Rujita Vaidya and Kuljit Bamra, the percussionist who recorded the first album of Bhangra music ever. They came on board the project, and together with my teammates, we compiled facts. We developed a point of view about them, crafted an evidence-based argument, wove that argument into an artistic narrative, built a presentation, a show, incorporated gobs of feedback, reviews, edited and rewrote, and have gradually leveled up to be ready for a national audience. Broadway, we hope. So, you see, that's how I actually experienced it. The skills I developed during my History Day project define my artistic work. 1999 Sam could have never predicted a future like this. These same skills have also helped make the future make more sense over the course of the last 26 years. When world events confuse or scare me, I know how to look for context and perspective because of History Day, baby. History Day taught me to seek evidence, to put my trust in primary sources, to honor multiple perspectives. What gave me the courage to use evidence to build my own points of view? History Day, baby. In 1999, I didn't know that the information I had accrued about Galileo wouldn't be what made the biggest difference in my life, nor would the outcome of the awards. What made all the difference is the mere fact that I went on this adventure to begin with. The doing mattered the most. And today, my friends, it's over to you. You have made your projects, and your projects have in turn helped to make you you. You have built up an arsenal of resources to support a critical analysis you've devised. You've sharpened perspectives on the facts that are unique to you. You've edited and edited and edited, and now you will communicate your views to us enriching our shared appreciation of this dazzling world. These skills are the makings of thoughtful, engaged citizens. And 26 years from now, no matter what you do in your life, whether you become a historian or run for office or cross the Himalayas on a purple polka-dotted elephant or, I don't know, write musicals, these will be the skills you and your cohort rely on as you continue to build and shape our world together. So yeah, if you're asking me, nothing says the future quite like 3,000 epically brilliant, butt-kicking kids armed with the power of history. Baby. Happy History Day, everyone. Thank you so much. Go get 'em.
All right, thank you, Sam. Sam will be around for autographs. Okay, excuse me. So he got me all choked up. So our next speaker, I am so pleased to introduce Alyssa Rosenberg. Alyssa, another History Day alum, is also the Letters and Community Editor and a columnist for the Washington Post. She covers kids, parents, families, gender roles, and mass culture. Before coming to the Post in 2014, Alyssa was the culture editor at Think Progress, the television columnist at Women in Hollywood, a columnist for the XX Factor at State, and a correspondent for TheAtlantic.com. Alyssa's real fame is that she's an NHD alum. She participated in NHD every year from 1996 through 2002 in the paper category. Now she's with the Washington Post. Get it? You see the connection? The last year was her favorite when the theme was Revolution, Reaction, Reform in History, which just happens to be next year's theme for National History Day. So pay attention and give a very big round of applause for Alyssa Rosenberg.
Thank you all so much for having me back. It is awesome seeing all of you out there. This thing is totally falling over, so we're gonna see how this goes. When adults are asked to speak to groups of middle and high school students, we're usually expected to impart some sort of grand lesson to all of you. But I would like to let all of you give the lesson instead, and here's why. A few weeks ago, I asked everyone who registered for the national contest to tell me what studying the past taught you about the present. As of last count, 360 of you sent in answers. We published 12 of them in the Washington Post this morning. And today I'd like to share a couple more. And if you're in the audience, feel free to put up your hand when I read your name. Lesson 1. It's not only great men and women who make history. It's all of us. As Albert Wang from Shenzhen wrote, progress often relies on the invisible. Every winking light in Shanghai's shimmering nightscape was made possible by construction workers, utility workers, and more, who remained hidden from view, and too often from policy, rights, and recognition. Lesson 2, I think we had a strong DC contingent here. As Zaki Elias from Washington, D.C. put it, rights only matter when the government assumes its legal responsibility and the public is prepared to assert its rights. Zaki, are you in the audience? No, not tonight? All right. Zaki was writing about the fight to create the Freedom of Information Act, which allows Americans to request documents and data from the government. You might think that that's something that the government just releases as a matter of course. That is not true. Our rights aren't only secured by the passage and signing of laws, but by our own willingness to use them. The Freedom of Information Act allows you to get all sorts of information from the government, but you have to file the request yourself. The importance of preserving and accessing information is especially clear in the context of historical research. Milana Salganek of Phoenix, Arizona, Milana, maybe you're out there, maybe not, told me she was surprised to find that some of the information she was seeking was simply lost to the passage of time. We must each work together, she wrote, to document, archive, and preserve the truths around us so students of the future who look back on our present as the history of their day don't have to look far to remember. Lesson 3, and I think this one is especially important right now. History doesn't only move in one direction. Every step forward comes with its own hardship and resistances. Every hard-earned right remains vulnerable to reversal, warned Jessalyn Guzman of New Orleans. But, as Rohan Deshpande of Chesterfield, Missouri put it, with maybe slightly more optimism, our world is like a never-ending series of rough drafts. Once we embark on something, it takes generations of revisions to make that thing as best as possible, whether it is through better technology, better legislation, or just better awareness. Not all of these revisions turn out as improvements, but it is up to the following generations to correct course. Lesson 4, stay curious. Sometimes that can mean approaching the world with skepticism. Growing up, I was conditioned to believe I have to accept history as it is, Philadelphia's Amanda Carver wrote. However, the truth is history is not absolute. It does not come from a singular narrative, and it does not have a singular shape or color. Yet for tens of years, it was written narrowly and sometimes distorted. And Anika Ayer from Tampa, Florida argued that studying the past hasn't just taught me about the present, it's made me suspicious of it. It's shown me how easily injustice can be disguised as tradition, how silence can be repackaged as peace, and how systems often preserve themselves by convincing us they're natural. But I also think that curiosity means staying open to the possibility of surprise. As Hayden Mangione of Augusta, Georgia put it, in my studies of Japanese-Korean relations, most sources portray Japan as dominant and aggressive. Based on this bias, I expected deep resentment when I spoke with elders who lived through that period, but that was not the case. Many expressed grace, emotional restraint, and even moments of gratitude, despite the oppression they had experienced firsthand. Their stories challenged my assumptions and reminded me how easily dominant narratives can flatten complex realities. In our society today, where stories are oversimplified for virality and interaction, I've learned to consume media more responsibly by seeking primary voices, attending to historical context, and verifying facts before forming conclusions. It's been a long time since I sat in the seats you occupy now, but I still love to study and read history. And I want to highlight one more thing that, to my surprise, none of you brought up. History is a source of wonder and delight. I love knowing, for example, that Revolutionary War General Charles Lee liked to speak, quote, the language of dogism at the dinner table with his favorite Pomeranian. Or that President Theodore Roosevelt once, as historian Edmund Morris wrote, and the Edmund Morris biographies of Theodore Roosevelt are the funniest historical writing you will ever read. Theodore Roosevelt once hailed a hansom cab on Pennsylvania Avenue, seized the horse, and mimed a knife attack on it. He was demonstrating to a companion the proper way to stab a wolf. And studying the past reminds us to take a long view of the present. In 1807, Thomas Jefferson signed the Embargo Act, which shut down trade between the United States and every other country in the world. The US would go on to become an industrial and economic powerhouse with a critical role to play in the world economy. After she was arrested for voting for president in 1872, Susan B. Anthony declared, the only question left to be settled is now, are women persons? And I hardly believe any of our opponents will have the hardihood to say they are not. She might be surprised by all the ways the pendulum of women's rights has swung in the 150 years since. And in 1963, Bayard Rustin warned the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee that automation threatened everyone's jobs, black and white. I wonder what he might have made of artificial intelligence. So whatever happens over the next few days here, I hope you all keep studying the past. We need you to help make sense of what's come before and help decide what ought to come next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give it up for Sam and Alyssa. All right, we're going to close it out, Backed by popular demand, Max and Macy are going to sing it out for you. And the words are in the NHD app if you want to sing along.
Happy History Day, everybody! Yeah! So this fun historical context for this song, it came about, I think, at a point in National History Day's life where we had no idea what the future of this contest was going to be. This was during the shutdown and the lockdown during the pandemic, and we didn't know what was in store for the contest and how it would grow. And so I think I think bringing it to the contest every year is a reminder that the spirit and the mission of this work will take whatever form it can to remind us that history is meant to be learned and shared. So thank you all. I think as you're singing along, as you're clapping along, just relish in the fact that for 4 days you're around people that get it, and you're around people that speak your language, and take that with you back to your homes and your affiliates. And yeah, I'm just honored to be in this room. All right, here we go.
Take it away.
One, two, three, four. You gotta help me, I'm losing my mind. The subject of history is getting left behind. History's not going strong, history's not holding on. That's what you see. Now learning history is worth your while, and National History Day teaches it with style. History's going strong, history's holding on, thanks to NHD. 1, 2, 3, you and me love a whole lot of history. It could be the greatest thing that the world has ever seen. You and me love a whole lot of history. So don't let it go, we can make some more, we can learn forever. All the exhibits, all the websites, documentaries, performances, papers that you write. History's going strong, history's holding on, thanks to NHD. 1, 2, 3, you and me love a whole lot of history. It could be the greatest thing that the world has ever seen. And you and me love a whole lot of history. So don't let it go, we can make some more, we can learn forever. You and me up here in DC, boys and girls from around the world, we know history's more than just a date, and that's what we're here to celebrate, cause the truth is out. I realize that without our past, how will we survive? So let's not ignore all that came before. Let's tell them you know it, you know. You and me love a whole lot of history. Yeah! It could be the greatest thing that the world has ever seen. You and me love a whole lot of history. Yeah, get up! So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can learn forever. You and me love a whole lot of history. It could be the greatest thing that the world has ever seen. You and me love a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can one more time. You and me love a whole lot of history. It could be the greatest thing that the world has ever seen. You and me love a whole lot of history. So don't let it go. We can make some more. We can learn forever.
Happy History Day, everybody! Enjoy the
That's a wrap.
Thank you all and good night.
Get home safe. You're the experts of your topics. Share your excitement with the judges.
Have fun and good luck.
Hey, she gets all the credit. She gets all the credit.